Welcome to Science Learning Gateway. Today we will study chapter number 4, Carbonates Compound part 2. In part 1 we have discussed many of the topics. Few of the topics were left that we will study today in this video, that is part 2. So which all the topics we have to study in this video? Chemical properties of carbon compound. These reactions we'll see in that topic. Some important carbon compounds, ethanol and ethanoic acid, and soaps and detergent will read in this session. Okay, so what all topics we have read in part 1? We have read there are two types of compounds, organic and inorganic. We have read about the covalent bond, that it is formed by the sharing of electrons. We have read about its properties. Then again we have read about the two properties of carbon, which is very important for its formation of different types of compounds, that is catenation and tetravalency. Next we have read about hydrocarbon. There are two types of hydrocarbon, saturated and unsaturated. Again, we have seen the electron dot structure of the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. We have seen the carbon compounds on the basis of their structure, straight chain, branched and cyclic. We have read about the functional group and the homologous series also. Next, we have seen how we should write the name of the organic compounds or the carbon compounds, that is in the nomenclature section. Today, we will read about the chemical properties of carbon compounds. What are the different types of chemical properties? We'll read about that. Okay. The first reaction is combustion reaction. Combustion, what do we understand with this word combustion? Means when anything burns, okay, any substance burns in the presence of oxygen, it will give us carbon dioxide, heat and light. Okay, likewise when carbon burns in the presence of oxygen to give carbon dioxide, heat and light. So combustion reaction is the reaction in which carbon burns in the presence of oxygen. Okay, without the presence of oxygen, this reaction cannot take place to give carbon dioxide, heat and light. As heat and light is evolved in this reaction, so many of the fuels contain carbon. Okay, many of the fuels which we use in our everyday life, they contain carbon, because carbon has the property that when it will burn in the presence of oxygen, it will give us heat and light. So these are the different reactions we will study under combustion reaction. Carbon, when it combines with oxygen, what it will give us? Carbon dioxide, heat and light. Likewise for methane, CH4, when it will combine with oxygen, it will give us carbon dioxide, water, heat and light. This is ethanol, CH3CH2OH. When this ethanol will react with oxygen, it will also give us carbon dioxide, water, heat and light. So all these compounds contain carbon. This is the elemental carbon. This is methane. In this also carbon is present. This is ethanol. In this also carbon is present. So when a carbon burns in the presence of oxygen, it will give us carbon dioxide, water along with heat and light. Saturated hydrocarbon gives a clean flame, while unsaturated carbon compounds give a yellow flame with lots of black smoke. Okay, whenever we will burn saturated hydrocarbon, it will give us a clean flame, that is, it is good. It will not pollute the environment, while the unsaturated hydrocarbon, it gives us a yellow flame with lot of black smoke, which will lead to pollution. Okay, our next topic is oxidation. Oxidation means addition of oxygen. Alcohols are converted into carboxylic acid in the presence of oxidizing agent like alkaline potassium permanganate or acidified potassium dichromate. In oxidation reaction, we will convert alcohol into carboxylic acid. We will see an example. Ethanol, CH3CH2OH, it will be converted into ethanoic acid, CH3COOH, in the presence of oxidizing agents like alkaline KMnO4 or acidified K2Cr2O7. Any one of the oxidizing agent you should remember for this reaction. I think alkaline KMnO4 is easy, so that you can write above the arrow. CH3CH2OH is converted into CH3COH. Now we will see how this reaction takes place. This group, that is CH2OH, this CH2OH is changing into COOH. If any of the substance is there, suppose CH3, CH2, CH2OH, then this CH2OH group is converted into COOH. Ethanol is converting into ethanoic acid. Now we will see what are oxidizing agents. Some of the substance which have the capacity or which are capable of adding oxygen to others are called oxidizing agent. Means oxidizing agents add oxygen to other substances, like this alkaline KNO4, it adds oxygen to ethanol and it is converting into ethanoic acid. Example, alkaline potassium permanganate. Our next reaction is addition reaction. In addition reaction, addition of hydrogen takes place between the double bond or the triple bond. Okay. In addition reaction, unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated means the hydrocarbons which contain double bond or triple bond add hydrogen in the presence of a catalyst such as palladium or nickel to give saturated hydrocarbon. Next, here comes the word catalyst. So what do you understand by the word catalyst? They speed up or the or change the rate of a reaction without alternating any effect, without having any effect on the reaction. They play a role to carry out the reaction. Okay, they help in the reaction to carry forward. Addition reaction, unsaturated hydrocarbon add hydrogen means hydrogen is added between the double or the triple bond in the presence of a catalyst such as palladium or nickel to give saturated hydrocarbon. Like this, C double bond C, carbon contains double bond in between and 4 R groups are present. Nickel or palladium catalyst is there, hydrogen is there. So this hydrogen molecule will break the bond. This bond is broken and one hydrogen will add on both the carbon so that it will become a saturated. Unsaturated is changing into saturated hydrocarbon. This reaction is also known as hydrogenation reaction. Why this reaction is called hydrogenation reaction? Because addition of hydrogen is done over there. Vegetable oils are converted into vegetable ghee using this process. Okay, vegetable oils, they are not good for our health. They are converted into vegetable ghee using this process. Oil containing saturated fatty acids are harmful for health. Then unsaturated fatty acid means the oil which will contain saturated fatty acids means single bond. They are not good for our health. We should always prefer those oil which contain unsaturated fatty acids. Okay. Next is our substitution reaction. Substitution means changing the places, taking the places. Okay, in substitution reaction, the hydrogen atom in the saturated hydrocarbon are replaced by chlorine in the presence of sunlight. Okay, in substitution reaction, the hydrogen atom in the saturated hydrocarbon, this reaction will take place in saturated hydrocarbon. Hydrogen atoms will be replaced by chlorine in the presence of sunlight. For example, methane CH4 plus chlorine Cl2, one of the hydrogen atom will be replaced by chlorine and it will form CH3Cl and other H, and that H will combine with the other molecule of chlorine to form HCl, and this reaction will take place in the presence of sunlight. Likewise, why unsaturated hydrocarbon is not good for our health? Why it is harmful? Because in unsaturated hydrocarbon or unsaturated acid, substitution reaction can take place and chlorine can add in that molecule, which is very harmful for us. Okay, likewise this CH3Cl can again undergo substitution reaction, means again chlorine can take this hydrogen's place and it can form CH2Cl. Like that, all the hydrogens can be substituted by the chlorine atom, and this reaction will always take place in the presence of sunlight. Okay, our next topic is some important carbon compounds. In this, we will read about ethanol and ethanoic acid. Ethanol, okay, so all. Which functional group is present in this ethanol? OH, alcohol. Ethanol is our alcohol. What is the formula of ethanol? CH3, CH2, OH, means OH is the functional group present in ethanol. Now we'll see the physical properties of ethanol. It is soluble in water and liquid at room temperature. Okay, it is soluble in water and it is liquid at room temperature. Colorless, pleasant smell. Okay, it doesn't have any color, it is having a pleasant smell. It is good solvent and used in medicine such as cough syrups. Okay, it is an important point. It is used, it is a good solvent and used in many medicines like cough syrups, tincture of iodine. You have seen in the composition of the cough syrup bottles that some alcohol or ethanol is present. Okay, next we'll see the chemical properties of ethanol. What are the different chemical properties of ethanol? First is reaction with sodium, means how ethanol will react with sodium. CH3CH2OH, it is the formula of ethanol. It will react with the sodium. What will happen? The bond between O and H will break. Okay, oxygen contains negative charge and this hydrogen contains positive charge, and the sodium also contains positive charge. Okay, it is a metal. This positive charge will come and attach with the oxygen, means it will have attraction for the negative charge. This positive charge will have attraction for negative charge. So which compound will get? CH3CH2ONA, and this hydrogen will come out from the reaction as H2 gas, hydrogen gas. It will evolve as a hydrogen gas. So what is the name of this compound? Sodium ethoxide. Okay, the name of this compound is sodium ethoxide, CH3CH2ONA. This reaction is used as a test for ethanol by evolution of hydrogen gas. Okay, this reaction we can use for as a test for ethanol by if hydrogen gas will evolve, means this compound is our ethanol. If we will react this ethanol with sodium and hydrogen gas is evolved, then we can conclude that it is a It is ethanol and hydrogen gases evolved in that reaction. Second is reaction to give unsaturated hydrocarbon. Dehydration. Dehydration means removal of water molecule. Removal of water molecule. CH3CH2OH. This is again our ethanol, and this reaction will take place in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, conc H2SO4, hot conc H2SO4. What will happen? OH from this carbon atom and one H from this carbon atom will come out as water molecule, and double bond will form between the other two carbon atoms so that the carbon can satisfy its valency like this. Okay, the carbon will form double bond, and one OH from this carbon atom and H from this carbon atom will come out as water molecule. This is our dehydration reaction. Next we'll read about ethanoic acid. So what is the formula of ethanoic acid? CH3 COOH. How many carbon atoms we have? 2. Meth, eth. 2 for eth. Okay, so that is our ethanoic acid, CH3COOH. Which functional group is present in this one? COOH, carboxylic acid. Now we'll read about the physical properties of ethanoic acid. Colorless liquid having sour taste and commonly called acetic acid. Since it is acid, it is having a sour taste, and commonly it is called as acetic acid. 5 to 8% solution of acetic acid in water is called vinegar. What is the use of this vinegar? It is used as a preservative for making the pickles, etc. Okay. The melting point of the pure acetic acid is 290 Kelvin, and hence it freezes during winter in cold climate. This gives rise the name glacial acetic acid. Okay, the melting point of pure acetic acid is 290 Kelvin, and it freezes during the winter season, and so its name is given as glacial acetic acid. So you should remember this point. 5 to 8% solution of acetic acid in water is called vinegar. Sometimes this question is asked for 1 marks. What is vinegar? Next we'll see the chemical properties of ethanoic acid. First is esterification reaction, means formation of ester. How ester is formed? When an acid reacts with an alcohol, ester is formed. The esterification reaction is that reaction in which when an acid reacts with an alcohol, ester is formed, is called esterification reaction. For example, ethanoic acid CH3COH will react with ethanol CH3CH2OH. And how ester will form? The bond between this O and H will break, and the bond between this carbon and OH will break. This hydrogen will combine with OH and form H2O, and COO will combine with this carbon atom and they will form CH3COO, CH2, CH3. This is our ester. Okay, again this ester can react with sodium hydroxide, NaOH base, and what we can get? The bond between this oxygen and this oxygen will break, and we'll get CH3CH2OH, and this side what we'll get? CH3COO, This sodium will go and combine with this oxygen. This oxygen will combine with this sodium and they will form CH3COONA, and CH3CH2OH will combine and give us ethanol. This reaction is known as saponification reaction. Why? Because this reaction is used for making the soap. Soaps are sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acid. This can be written as soap. Okay, soaps are sodium or potassium salt of long chain carboxylic acid. Our next reaction is reaction with a base. Ethanoic acid reacts with a base like sodium hydroxide to give salt and water. Acid will react with a base to give salt and water. CH3COOH plus NaOH. What will happen? The bond between this oxygen and hydrogen will break. The bond between this Na and OH will break. This OH will combine with hydrogen and it will form H2O, and this Na will go and combine with this oxygen CH3COO. What is the name of this compound? Sodium acetate. Again reaction with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates. Ethanoic acid react with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates to give carbon dioxide, salt and water. Okay. In both the cases, they will give salt, water and carbon dioxide. For example, CH3COH will react with Na2CO3. What we will get? CH3COONA plus H2O plus CO2. Again, what we will get? CH3COOH plus NaHCO3 will give us CH3COONA plus H2O plus CO2. It's a very easy reaction. Only you have to remember that in both the cases, we will get a salt, sodium ethoxide plus water and carbon dioxide. Our last topic of this chapter is soaps and detergent. Let's have a quick look on what is soap and what What is detergent? Soaps are sodium or potassium salt of long chain carboxylic acid. Example C17H35COONA. Soaps can be used only in soft water. So what is the definition of soap? They are the sodium or the potassium salt of long chain carboxylic acid. It can be used only in soft water. It cannot be used in hard water. And next, what we have, detergent. Detergents are sodium salts of sulfonic acid or ammonium salts with chloride or bromide ion. They are sodium salts of sulfonic acid or ammonium salt with chloride or bromide, etc. Detergent can be used both in hard and soft water. So this is the advantage of detergent, that it can be used in hard water also and in soft water also. Next we'll see what soap molecules contain. The soap molecule contain two parts. Ionic part, that is the hydrophilic part, water loving. Next part, long hydrocarbon chain, hydrophobic part, water hating. So we'll understand this through a diagram. Structure of a soap molecule. This head like structure is our hydrophilic end, water loving. It will attract towards the water. And this long chain is our hydrophobic. This long chain of hydrocarbons, our hydrophobic part. It will come out from the water hating part. Okay, this is two parts we have, ionic part and the hydrocarbon part. Next, we'll see the cleansing action of soap. The last topic from this chapter. Most of the dirt is oily in nature, and hydrophobic end attaches itself with the dirt, and the ionic end is surrounded with the molecule of water. Okay, most of the dirt we have in our clothes, etc., is oily in nature. And as we know, soap contains two parts. One is our hydrophobic part, another one is our hydrophilic part. So what does this hydrophobic end will do? It will attach itself with the dirt. The hydrophobic part will attach itself to the dirt, means the carbon chain will attach itself to the dirt, and the ionic end, means the hydrophilic part, will come out towards the water. They will come out away from the dirt. This result in the formation of a radial structure called micelle. Means when suppose this is our dirt, okay, in our cloth, and this is the molecules of a soap. This is the ionic part, and this is the hydrophobic part, and this is the hydrocarbon part. Ionic end means hydrophilic, and this is the hydrophobic part. What does this hydrophobic part or the hydrocarbon will do? It will attach itself towards the dirt. Like this, it will form a radial structure, and it is called micelles. Soap micelles help to remove the dirt and grease in water, and clothes gets clean. What happens again when it will form the micelle? When we will rinse the cloth, then what will happen? This molecule, this micelle, will take the dirt along with itself, and the clothes will get cleaned. The magnesium and calcium salts present in hard water react with soap molecule to form insoluble product called scum. In hard water, what are the metals which are present in hard water? Magnesium and calcium salt. These are the salts which are present in hard water. Because of this magnesium and calcium, the water becomes hard. When soap comes in contact with hard water, it will form scum with these magnesium and calcium salts. Scum means it is insoluble in water. It will remain in the water itself. This scum creates difficulty in cleansing action. That's why we cannot use soap in hard water, because it will produce scum with magnesium and calcium ions, salts present in hard water. By use of detergents, insoluble scum is not formed with hard water, and cloth gets cleaned effectively. Detergents are usually used to make shampoos and products for cleansing, but this problem is overcome with detergent. Detergents can be used both in hard and soft water, because it will not form any scum with hard water also. Detergents are generally used to make shampoos and products for cleansing action. So this was the last topic from this chapter, carbonates compound. Let's have a quick look on the topics which we have studied today. Today we have started this topic, chemical properties of carbon compound. In this we have read about combustion reaction. In this, carbon burns in the presence of oxygen to give us carbon dioxide, heat and light. Next one is oxidation reaction. In oxidation reaction, alcohols are converted into carboxylic acid in the presence of oxidizing agent like alkaline, potassium permanganate. Next reaction was addition reaction. In addition reaction, unsaturated hydrocarbon add hydrogen in the presence of a catalyst like nickel or palladium. This reaction is also known as hydrogenation reaction. Next reaction was substitution reaction. In substitution reaction, hydrogen atom is substituted by chlorine in the presence of sunlight. Next topic was some important carbon compound. In this we have read about ethanol and ethanoic acid. Ethanol's physical property is it is soluble in water, liquid at room temperature, colorless, good solvent, and used in medicine. Chemical properties, it reacts with sodium to give us sodium ethoxide and liberates hydrogen gas. Next reaction is to give unsaturated hydrocarbon or dehydration reaction. Ethanoic acid physical properties, what we have read, it has a Sart because it is acid. 5 to 8% of acetic acid in water is called vinegar. The melting point of pure acetic acid is 290 Kelvin and it freezes during cold climate and gives the name glacial acetic acid. Next, what we have read about the chemical properties of ethanoic acid, esterification reaction means formation of ester. We have also read saponification reaction, reaction with a base, reaction with carbonates and hydrogen carbon. And the last topic was soaps and detergent. In that, what we have read, soap is the sodium or potassium salt of long chain carboxylic acid and detergents are sodium salt of sulfonic acid. Soap contains two parts, ionic part and the hydrocarbon part. Cleansing action of soap, micelle is formed, it takes the dirt along with it and the cloth is clean. Soap cannot be used in soft hard water, but detergent can be used both in soft and hard water. So we have finished your chapter number 4, carbon and its compound. So if you have any doubt, please let me know and do comment in the comment box so that I can clear your doubt. Go through the chapter once, read the topic clearly so that you will understand it more clearly. Okay. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe my channel, Science Learning Gateway. Our next chapter will come soon, that is periodic classification of elements.